Hey friends, how are you? I know it's been a while, been a little busy, just getting back into the school year, being a school teacher, but back. Got a video I've been wanting to do for a while, actually, discussing something interesting, I think, especially if you're looking to getting back into drumming or you're new to the electronic drums world and you're not sure really which route to go. There's obviously tons and tons of sets that you can buy on Guitar Center, on Sweetwater, lots of retailers everywhere, Reverb, whatever it might be, where you get a full drum set. Let's say you're going to buy a full drum set. And for some people, that's going to work really well because you get all the pads, you get the rack, you get everything, you get a module, you get everything that you need. In some cases, they give you bundles where you can get an amplifier with it. However, another route that you can take, and this is more for people who I think who have been doing it a little bit longer, and I've discussed this a little bit, is getting a module by itself and then getting basically any pad that you want. So you don't have to get the pads that come with a set that you see for sale. If you get a nice Alesis module and you want to have, it's going to give you all Alesis pads with the module for that full drum set, that complete set. And yes, Alesis pads are going to work better probably with an Alesis module. However, you can use other pads with other modules. So if you're going to start to mix and match, I'm going to highly suggest some things that will helpful to you today. I think that will be helpful to you. Before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to Cameron at Dolby Drums. It's a fantastic drum store, and they were actually able to help me get a Roland TD11 in excellent condition that I've been playing as of late, and I really, really like the module a lot. So I want to give a big shout out to that store. Check out Dolby Drums. The link is below. And anyway, so that being said, you could save a lot of money if you get a certain kind of drum pad, if you're putting a drum set together. So as you can probably see, I have some friends joining us here. What I have here is a Roland PDX6A pad, hold it up the right way, and I have a Roland PD7 pad. Now what's interesting is that both the pads are nearly about the same size, even though the PDX6A looks a little bit larger. It's just about the same size as the PD7. I think there may be an inch difference. But because there's so much extra stuff on the outside of the PDX6A, it looks bigger, okay? What's interesting is that a lot of people have talked about how rubber pads are annoying, they're loud, and in some ways they're correct, but here's the thing to understand. Although this pad looks unimpressive, it's dual zone. This pad is not. The Roland PDX6A is not. There is a PDX6 without the A that is dual zone, but this one is not. So don't always look at mesh being dual zone because it isn't always dual zone. This pad, as you hear from the playing examples, is dual zone. So understand that you could save a lot of money, and the reason why is that I bought this pad, this PD7, 7-inch pad, dual zone, $20. I found a PD9 that I'm using on my kit now, rubber pad. It looks a little bit odd with the rest of the mesh heads, I understand that. $20 also. So I got 2 dual zone drum heads for 20 bucks each. So it was $40 I spent, whereas one of these pads would cost about, a PDX8 dual zone would cost, this is a PDX6A, but the PDX8 cost about $50, $60 used. Cost more than that new. Now, they don't make a Roland PD7 or a Roland PD9 dual zone anymore, excuse me. But they do still make a Roland PD8 pad that you can get at a retailer store. I think it goes for about a little bit over $100. But used is the way to go if you want to try to save some money. And I would absolutely advise you to get these for toms. I wouldn't advise it for a snare drum. Don't get a rubber snare drum. a rubber pad snare drum. And the reason why is that it's not going to give you the same kind of execution as a mesh pad. I know that for a fact. And people might disagree with me on that, but from my experience, a rubber pad does not work for the snare. For dual zone toms, 100%, go for it. If you want to get something that's a little bit cheaper, and a module like the Roland TD11 supports dual zone toms. So if you need a situation where you need to get something that's a little bit cheaper, I would absolutely go for the dual zone tom that's rubber instead of a mesh, especially if it's going to save you some money. So anyway, again, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the little playing examples, but this is more just for you guys to understand that I would absolutely recommend a dual zone rubber tom, dual zone rubber toms for your kit if you need be, and you want to put a kit together. It's a great option. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.